We're now going to learn how crosstab can normalize other aggregations. So we're going to go back to our employee data set over here. And let's just say, you can actually reproduce what pivot table does with crosstab. So this time I'm going to group by department and say columns. I'm going to group by race, and then the values that I want to aggregate. So this is a different way of using crosstab. It basically has the same parameters as pivot table. Usually I'm just counting with crosstab, so I don't give the values parameter, but you can aggregate values as well. The annoying thing about crosstab is you have to pass in the series because it's not a method. It doesn't know anything about emp, right? It's just a method, or just a function, not a method. And then the ag func we're going to say is the mean. Okay. So here we go. This is the same table we've gotten before, the average salary by department and race. Now what we can do over here is we can actually normalize this over here. And so yeah, we can see what percentage, and sometimes it may be better to sum. So I think it's easier to understand if we sum. So this is the total salaries by department and race over here. And then we can normalize this and set it equal to index. So we'll normalize across the rows. And let me just round this and then multiply it by 100 to get a percentage. So what this is saying, of the total salary available for the fire department, of the total salary put into the fire department, 2.1% went to Asian employees, 15.8% went to Black employees, and so forth. So we'd probably have to know just the overall percentage of the employees to see if it's above or below this number, and we can actually do that really quickly. Let me do this over here, and I'm not going to aggregate anything. This will just be a count. Okay, so we can see if any race is disproportionately more or less than what their count is. So this is just the percentage count. So this is just the saying 1.8% of the fire department employees are Asian, 16% are Black. So if you expect that like all salaries are distributed equally based on regardless of race, then these numbers should approximately equal these numbers over here. And they are pretty close. You have Asian 2.1 versus 1.8. Black is almost exactly the same. Hispanic is just a little lower. White is a little bit higher. So just something you can do to compare whether or not they're distributed the same. Anyways, what I wanted to show was that you can normalize. You can actually normalize the other direction as well, of course. But you can normalize aggregations. So we aggregated the total salary for each department by race, and then we normalized it, row-wise, so across the department. Okay, so that's how you can do some normalizing aggregations with the crosstab function.